Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is that time for NFL picks on the week 13, Thanksgiving holiday edition, 2025. Let's go. Uncle Claude here once again. And normally I do these on a Sunday right before the game, but I figured there's going to be too much turkey and I'm not going to feel like being bothered on a Sunday morning. Yeah, I said it. So I'm going to do my NFL picks right now. And besides, it will give you time to go on whatever instrument of betting you choose to do and put those picks in. And if you're going to do that responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. And as you come in, make sure to hit the like button. I would so certainly appreciate that. And I am going to start with the Green Bay Packers taking on the Detroit Lions. The Lions barely escaped against the Giants last week. Hey, Cynical One, how you doing? And now they'll take on the Pack at home, which is a difference. The Packers struggled in their game, but they won it. Jordan Love or Jared Goff? This is one of those pick'em games where would I be shocked if the Packers won? Absolutely not. Am I going to pick the Packers? Absolutely not. It's going to be a close one. I believe the Lions will win it by a score of 31-30 over the Green Bay Packers. And once again, hello, Cynical One. Thank you for coming through. Next up, the Kansas City Chiefs go into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. If you don't know by now, if you've been on this platform for a while, you've been subscribed to me enough, you know I hate the Dallas Cowboys. Hate's too strong a word, I understand. I hate the Dallas Cowboys. But there is one, I won't say one team, but there's one player I hate almost as much. And that's Peppermint Patty. I can't stand Peppermint Patty Mahomes. Cannot stand it. Gets every call in the book. Listen, if you know, you know. I just can't stand him. But, of course, before I'm anything, I am unbiased when it comes to my NFL picks. Dallas showed a lot of heart winning that football game against the Eagles last week. Kansas City had to go into overtime to win their game against the Indianapolis Colts at home. I understand that Dak Prescott is playing at an all-pro level. I get it. At an MVP level. But that was against the Raider defense. We know the Raider defense stinks. You saw what Shador did. The Philadelphia defense was more impressive for Dak Prescott, what he did, especially in the last few minutes in that fourth quarter. But it comes down to who do I trust in a big spot. Do I trust a guy who's only done it this 1 year as an MVP candidate? I'm not saying that he's a terrible quarterback, but let's face it. I trust Peppermint Patty more than I trust Hey, Mr. Carruthers, and thank you for listening and for coming through as always. Yeah, I trust Peppermint Patty more than I trust that sorry Dak Prescott. Hey, Cheryl Burnett. And for that reason, I'm going to go Kansas City 24. I mean, 27, excuse me. Man, I can't even talk, folks. Chiefs 27, Dallas 24. In Dallas. Yeah, I said. Next up, the Cincinnati Bengals will get back Joe Burrow. Why? I have no idea. Joe Burrow shouldn't play another game this NFL season. It's not like the Bengals are going to make the playoffs. They've already lost 8 games. What are they going to do? Run the table and jump the Steelers and the Ravens? Absolutely not. I believe that Joe Burrow is going to be a little rusty. But I know the Bengals, for some ungodly reason, play the Ravens hard and real hard. And I know it's a division game, but even when the Bengals stink, they give the Ravens fits. Now, the Bengals stink on the defensive side of the ball. But the Ravens' defense is nothing to shout home about. And Jamar Chase is going to be back. The Ravens have a decent front seven. Their secondary is dreadful. The Ravens have to run the football. And listen, you can run on the Bengals. I get it. But Derrick Henry looks... Listen, they beat the Jets, so what? I know the Bengals are not great. But this will be one of my upset specials. I like the Bengals over the Ravens. Yes, I said it. I like the Bengals 31-27 over the Baltimore Ravens. Now on Black Friday, the Chicago Bears stroll in to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. You know I don't want the Bears to win anything after last week against the Steelers and Mason Rudolph. The Bears have had a wonderful season. The Eagles lost a ridiculous game against the Cowboys. No way they should have lost that football game. Eagles lose this week, they might not be able to come back to Philadelphia. They might run them out of town. A couple of players have heard the Boo Birds, like Saquon Barkley, of course. A.J. Brown has proven to be prophetic. But last week it was the defense that collapsed. Let's be fair. Caleb Williams has played very well. Oh, you know I chose the Chiefs. There's no way I was choosing Dallas. Come on. Caleb Williams may have had his best game. Now, against the Steelers right now, it's easy to do. But doesn't change the fact that he played well. The Eagles have lost 2 in a row. Do I see them losing 3 in a row? Absolutely not. Will it be a close game? Yes. But I do not believe the Eagles will lose 3 games in a row. Chicago played well. But this time the Eagles went 27-24 over the Chicago Bears. And that ends the Thanksgiving and Black Friday part of this segment. And now the regular schedule comes out, and the Saints taking on the Miami Dolphins. No one really cares about this game outside of the people in those prospective cities. And I do believe the Dolphins will win, even though the Saints will keep it close. Miami 27, Saints 21 in that one. Of course you're going to ride with your Bears. I don't blame you. You're supposed to do that. It's your team. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts, who lost a tough one against Peppermint Patty and the Chiefs. They come back home to take on the Tennessee Titans, who played better of late. Daniel Jones is Daniel Jones. That's just the way it is. I tell you what, Cam Ward's shown flashes, and he's gotten better, it seems like, each week. And he definitely has the competitive spirit. But I do like the Colts on a bounce back at home. 30-27 over the Titans. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons take on the Jets. Battle of the backups. Kirk Cousins versus Tyrod Taylor. I believe Kirk Cousins has more at his disposal. And the Falcons have more to play for. And because of that, I believe Falcons 27, Jets 17. Next up, the 49ers are taking on the Cleveland Browns. And that's a game they could have lost. Shedeur Sanders taking on a very tough 49er defense. But these West Coast teams, after a tough win, listen, they had trouble with Carolina, okay? Now they have to travel across the country to Cleveland to take on Shedeur Sanders and the Browns. Myles Garrett could wreck the game. He had 5 sacks last week. The offensive line, listen. Don't worry, I chose them as well. Brock Purdy is not that good. I understand that Shedeur Sanders is a rookie. I get it. Do I trust Brock Purdy? Not in the least. I might not trust Shedeur yet, but I trust him more than Dylan Gabriel. And I certainly trust the Browns defense. I love Cleveland. This is the upset special of the week. Cleveland 24, 49ers 20. That is the UncClaude upset special. I know my homeboy, my brother, is very upset at me because he's a huge 49er fan, but he'll be all right. Next up, the LA Rams take on the Carolina Panthers. Now, the Panthers defense played very well against San Francisco. Of course, they couldn't stop Christian McCaffrey, but not too many people can. The Rams defense travels well. Matthew Stafford. I understand you would pick the 49ers. I get it. And listen, it makes sense. But again, this is my upset special. So when the 49ers lose, don't say I didn't tell you so. Just say it. Now, do I think the Panthers will upset the Rams? Absolutely not. I love the Rams here, 23-17. I do think the Panthers will be very competitive, but the Rams have too much. Next up, the Jacksonville Jaguars will travel to Tennessee to take on the Titans. I mean, hold on. They're traveling to Houston to take on the Texans, I believe. That Titans what? No, that was the Texans. My bad. Hold on. The Steelers, they're coming up later. Relax. I got you. I got you, Mr. Carruthers. Trust me. Actually, it was the Texans versus the Colts. I don't trust Davis Mills. I'm right. I'm going with the Colts over the Texans. Cam Ward is taking on the Jaguars at home. I think the Titans, because I don't trust Trevor Lawrence on the road. Sorry. I know he played well against the Texans. And the Jags looked good last week. I think they get the upset special here. It's not my upset of the day, but I do believe the Titans win this one. Titans 27, Jaguars 24. Next up, the Arizona Cardinals and Jacoby Brissett take on the Tampa Bay Bucks. I mean, this is as simple as who do you trust more? And I know that Tampa Bay has lost a lot. I do believe they gained back Bucky Irving. I believe so. If not, they still run the football well enough. Their offensive line has held up pretty decent, even though they do have a couple of injuries there. Now Arizona's been more competitive with Jacoby Brissett. But do you think he's better than Baker Mayfield? I should say no. And Tampa Bay's at home. Give me the Tampa Bay bucket here. Tampa Bay 30. Arizona 24. Next up, the Seattle Seahawks. If Sam Darnold played any decent, they would have won that football game, but they didn't. And he did. And now they take on the Vikings, team that got rid of him. This is a Sam Darnold revenge game, pure and simple. And we all know how Seattle plays at home. I think they double up on the Vikings almost anyway. This is going to be a blowout. Seattle 31, Vikings 17. J.J. McCarthy might get benched this game here. That's he's been drafted. Justin Jefferson might punch him in the face. Now we're going to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers at home against the Buffalo Bills. Which team has been more mediocre, the Steelers or the Bills? Now, the Steelers defense is dreadful. No one's a bigger Steelers fan than I am. That Steelers defense is dreadful. But I tell you what, the Bills defense is no great shakes either. And if Josh Allen gets knocked out, and the one thing the Steelers can do is run the passer. They can't stop the run worth a damn. I don't know what happened there. But I do believe that this is the game where, listen, this is going to be good Steeler, bad Steeler. I don't care if it's Mason Rudolph or Aaron Rodgers. But at least Mason Rudolph can throw the ball down. Listen, Rodgers can too, but he throws a little check down pass. God. I just don't like Aaron Rodgers. Okay? How about that? Cost me money, that bastard. Can't stand it. If you want to see I'm being a Steeler homer, okay, whatever. I just think the Steelers are going to win this game at home, 28-24 over the Bills. Next up, the Raiders. Listen, they're pretty sick of Geno Smith. I'm pretty sure of that. Taking on Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers. Now, the Chargers are one of those teams that are good Chargers, bad Chargers. The problem is they're playing the Raiders. And everybody knows that the Raiders stink. If ever a team is checked out, it's the Vegas Raiders. They've checked out to the point where Pete Carroll could lose his job. I mean, it looks like the game's passed it by. They're not even listening. And next up is the Sunday night game, where the Denver Broncos are taking on the Washington Commanders. I hate saying that. Now, depending on what happens in Dallas, Denver could keep their stranglehold. They have to keep up with the Chargers also. And they know the Chargers are going to beat the Raiders. But they have to keep Kansas City off their neck. And if Mariota's playing, they're definitely winning. And I think at this rate, listen, am I going to rush Jaden Daniels back? Absolutely not. But I do believe that the Denver Broncos are going to win this football game. And the Broncos keep all these games close, so I'll pick 27-24, even though Washington's going to be at home. Now, the Monday night game. As the New York Football Giants taking on the New England Patriots. You know what? Jameis Winston has quietly played very well for him. You're going to take all the... All right. That's your right. Drake May has played like the MVP candidate that he is. Guys fired their defensive coordinator after that debacle in Detroit in overtime. I do believe it will light a little bit of a fuse. Oh, Mr. Columbus. Now, Shedeur Sanders and the Browns against the 49ers, I have as my upset special. Do I think the Giants versus the Patriots are an upset special? Happy Thanksgiving. Upset special of the week. New York Giants 27. New England Patriots 24. And those, ladies and gentlemen, are my NFL picks for week 13, Thanksgiving edition, 2025. I'd like to thank Mr. Carruthers. I'd like to thank the cynical one, Cheryl Burnett. Yeah, I have the Giants over the Patriots, my new upset special. Denver over the Commanders, and of course, no brainer, LA Chargers over the Raiders. Just saying. So now you're caught up, Mr. Carruthers. And I'd like to thank you for joining. And I'd like to thank those in the clouds. Those in the bushes. Uncle Claude signing out. And happy Thanksgiving to you, sir, and your loved ones, and your family, and your subscribers. And thank you for your channel, sir. And we definitely have to link up again. And happy birthday, Just Crystal. Uncle Claude signing out. Take care. Stay safe. And God bless. For those who celebrate, happy Thanksgiving. But let's be fair, every day above ground is Thanksgiving. And all the best to everyone in their families and their subscribers as well. Good night, everyone.